Ravens going defense. You know they have a knack for drafting their defensive players.
The Falcons are now on the clock. The Titans.
So I don't know who our target would be at this point. We've gotten 4 players that we targeted. I feel very, very good about it. Okafor is there. We don't need Case and Dobbs, but I mean, if he's still there, we might have to take a flyer on him. Because that's pretty crazy that he's projected to go number 1 overall. However, what I've noticed is if a player is projected to go number 1 overall and they continue to fall, it's usually not a good thing at all. They usually have a terrible rating. I could potentially, I don't need a left tackle, but I could get some more backup offensive linemen. A backup left end or right end as well. Overall, I might go with Lucas. I don't know. I could probably use a backup defensive tackle. And then obviously we still have that other quarterback we were looking at. So we don't have a whole lot of needs, honestly. Maybe getting a strong safety is something I'm going to consider as well. Let's see, but he's not projected to go until way down here. But yeah, getting a strong safety might be an idea, just in case I decide to trade Tyvon Branch. I don't know that I'm going to, but you know, just to kind of to see, I do need a backup for him either way. We do not have our backup from last year, Usama Young, anymore.
The Packers are now on
oh, and there goes Lucas. I was looking into him. He might have been my next pick.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Corbin Hurst, there goes another quarterback.
The Bengals just made Baker their guy. Let's hear more about him from Adam.
The IQ test is perhaps one of the most controversial tools used to measure a player's aptitude during the combine. Even so, there are several NFL franchises that place significant value in the results, which is exactly why when this kid scores a 14, heads turned and he found himself losing ground in several experts' mocks. Most GMs want to see a player score in the 20s, but history has shown us that several of the greats, like Marino and McNabb, have scored below this threshold. Scouts I've talked to have praised his football IQ, specifically his ability to learn the playbook and dissect opposition schemes. These traits should serve him well at the next level, though several players with these traits have failed in the past due to the complex nature of the NFL compared to college. Training camp and the preseason are going to be huge for him, and the results, be they positive or negative, will no doubt add fuel to the raging debate over the use of IQ test as a judge of player intelligence.
All right, interesting.
All right, now that the pick's in, let's go to Adam. Adam, what can you tell us about this guy?
Well, he was creeping up draft boards around the league until he took a big hit late in the season that knocked him out for weeks. Unfortunately, when the combine invites went out, he was still rehabbing from corrective surgery. Without his combine numbers, it became difficult for scouts to compare him with other players in his position group. His pro day didn't help much either, as he looked much worse than he did before the injury. I've heard from a source that the team had a workout with him where they did their own evaluation of his health. I guess they must have liked what they saw to have just drafted him now.
All right, so Bengals back-to-back picks there.
Now that he's been picked up, Adam, what can you tell us about Curse?
Typically, when a player has a bad day at the combine, he uses his pro day to redeem himself. Unfortunately for this running back, all he was able to do was confirm what he did back at Indy. He's not the fastest, and he's definitely not the strongest, but what hurt his stock the most was his inability to show improvement between the combine and his pro day. His success in college might be the only reason he went this high. Let's see if he can carry that success over to the NFL.
All right, but the Steelers can make a good running back out of anybody, so that could be a very good pickup for them.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Two back-to-back picks and two back-to-back offensive linemen for the Buccaneers.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Another wide receiver here for the Broncos.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Moving along here.
49ers are now on the clock.
No draft stories. A left tackle for the 49ers. I like it.
Are now on the clock.
Another free safety off the board.
Are now on the clock.
Buchanan.
Are now on
Spriggs.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
All right, a left in for the 49ers. So back to our pick again. Let's go ahead and see who is available for us to draft. This guy is still available. I bet he's not all that good. I still kind of want to take him just in case at this point. Sean Okafor, another player might be worth looking into. I don't really need... Is that quarterback that I was looking at still available? JD Everett. We are in the 4th round. He could potentially get selected here. Honestly, I think I want to go ahead and take him. Just in case Small doesn't work out, I'd like to have a third quarterback on the roster. Right now, I only have the other two, and obviously Small is unproven. So we're going to go ahead and draft JD Everett here and hope it works out.
Are now on the clock.
He is a little bit more of a mobile option, too, which is something I was looking for. We're on the third round. I was thinking we were in the fourth for some reason because I've had so many picks, I think.
The Texans are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock.
About to enter the fourth, though. There goes Okafor.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
We'll have to see how good Okafor was.
Are now on the clock.
Carson Wells, another quarterback.
The Colts are now on the clock.
Another quarterback.
Giants.
And I am glad I drafted JD Everett when I did because it looks like he likely would have been gone had I not.
Adam, what can you tell us about the Giants' newest player?
As aggressive as a defensive lineman as you will find, here's a guy who plays with reckless abandon in his quest to bring down an opposing quarterback. Many I talk to point to this mentality as the reason why he ended up with a ruptured pectoral muscle and cracked sternum, ending his college career. A tendo Achilles allograft reconstruction was needed to repair the pectoral and graft it back into place. Procedure typically takes 12 to 18 months to return from, yet he was able to achieve medical clearance in just 7. What remains to be seen, however, is if his all-out style of play will have changed at all, knowing that an aggravation of the injury likely means an end to his career. Fans of the team should not be surprised if we see a much more passive version of him come this fall. The special shoulder pads he'll need to wear to protect the area could slow him down by themselves.
All right, so I need to start looking for just more backups along the offensive line. As you saw, I remember scouting that linebacker from Duke. He has A speed. Somebody to keep an eye on.
Are now on the clock.
Is it going okay?
Packers are now on the clock.
Bautista going to the Bengals.
Chargers are now on
Bengals back-to-back picks again.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Oh, there goes Manu Bryant. I'm pretty sure that was the linebacker I was talking about.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
There goes the other free
Eagles
safety.
Are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
A lot of players going off the board here that we've been looking at.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
Ashton
The
Francois,
Redskins are now on the clock.
Finley.
The 49ers are now
Let's
on
go
the clock.
Niners. Oh, they traded it to their division rival. Really?
The Rams are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The LA Dreams are now on the clock.
Still not the Dreams, but okay. Let's see if that defensive tackle that we were looking at is still available. And surprisingly enough, Kason Dobbs is still there. I might have to go select him at this point. I do want to check out this defensive tackle, though. Will Hughes, he is still available. I think we should go ahead and select him. That is more of a need for us. He's got A strength, B power move, B block shedding, B tackle. Definitely seems like the best pick for us right now. So let's go ahead and select Will Hughes here.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Hopefully that is a good selection. He seemed to be pretty good for what we've scouted.
The Texans are now on the clock.
And is Kason Dobbs going to get drafted at all? When's our next pick? Because I do kind of want to get another running back. Maurice Jones-Drew has lost a lot of speed, so definitely not where he used to be. And I do want a 2 running back set. I do like Murray, but I don't know that I want Murray getting a whole lot of carries.
The Colts are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. Patriots have just picked up Dobbs. Adam, what can
There you
tell
go.
us?
He's a serviceable halfback who didn't necessarily have the wow factor until he released one of the most memorable internet videos of the year. In the video, he was shown breaking unbelievable runs in pickup games against his college teammates. The runs included multiple hurdles over linebackers, numerous ankle-breaking jukes, and a spin move that literally buckled the knees of the team's top safety. Sources tell me that the video alone tripled the attendance at his pro day. Some scouts even compared his moveset to that of Barry Sanders. While most of the talk surrounding him was positive, a couple of GMs I spoke to were concerned about his ability to take a hit. It's impossible to avoid contact at the next level, and there's only so much mileage a running back can handle. If he's able to keep his jersey clean, he could be one of the most exciting backs in the league. Time will tell if he's going to last or simply the latest internet fad.
Wow, so I probably missed out there based on that. But again, it doesn't really matter what they say about him, because if a guy's projected to go that high and he drops until the 4th round, this game usually makes the player not all that great. So we'll find out.
Vikings are now on the clock.
And another Dobbs, back-to-back.
The Colts are now on the clock.
Peppers.
The Giants are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Titans
In the
are now
5th
on the
round
clock.
now.
The Dolphins are
Going
now
through
on the
kind of
clock.
quick. Another quarterback off the
Packers
board.
are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock.
And there goes Spriggs to the Packers. A good situation for him, playing with Yakov Moody as well as Aaron Rodgers.
The Steelers are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
See where we are.
Let's go to Adam Schefter now, who has more to say about Reyes.
Winning the field position battle is a key to success that rarely gets the attention it deserves, and it all starts with the punter. And if there's one thing this specialist has a knack for, it's placing the ball behind the 20-yard line. He may not have the strongest leg among prospects, but if you look at his averages, he almost always puts the opposing team in an unfavorable position. I would take that consistency over leg strength any day, and it looks like the coach and GM agree with me.
I do still need a kicker, and we have Vega available, I believe. I don't know that I want to draft him with this next. Let's see where he's projected to go. 6th round. I have the 8th pick in the 6th round. I might be able to get him, so we're going to take a chance and see if I can.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Middle linebacker for the 49ers. Very interesting there, considering they have 3 really good ones.
Are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock.
Traded out again. 49ers doing a lot of trading here. Getting a running back. Oh, no! Did I think I just traded my pick. Yep, I did. My bad. I did not mean to do that. I realized right as I was doing it, I got in the habit of it. Okay, how far back did we trade? It looks like we just traded for a pick next year. So it means, considering we're in the 5th round now, we probably traded for a 4th round pick next year. That's all right. There wasn't really too many people I felt like I needed. So that's okay. It's not a bad thing.
Are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on
Still wish I hadn't done it. Wish I would have had that option myself. I just made a mistake.
the Vikings are now on the clock.
So I'm paying more attention now.
The Giants are now on the clock.
And
Now
we
that
are
he's
coming
just
up.
been picked, Adam, what can you tell
No!
us about Vega?
It's normally not a good sign to see a kicker lead the team in overall scoring, but in this case, it worked out for both him and the rest of the team. He rarely missed a kick this season, and he made a ton of clutch kicks in big games all year. In fact, you can credit him for winning a few games for his school on several critical kicks and last-minute game winners. He showed off the leg and accuracy that's necessary to compete in the NFL, and it was enough for this team to use a pick and draft him.
I missed out on him. I likely wasn't going to select him with that other pick anyway, so it's not a huge blow. It's not like I screwed up and I would have had him. I was probably going to go another position and try to get him with the 8th pick up here, so I wouldn't have had him either way, but it still sucks.
The Packers are now on the clock. The LA Dreams are now on the clock.
All right, here we go. Still not the LA Dreams. Let's see who is available. I did not scout another kicker, I do not think. I mean, we don't have too much of a choice. We're going to have to check him out. But I do want to go ahead and get Okafor. I do want to back up strong safety, so we're going to go ahead and select him.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Plus, he has a pretty awesome name, I feel like. So I'm happy with Ofisa Okafor. That is awesome. So let's see where our next pick is here. I don't think it's going to be for a while. Okay, we do have another pick this round. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully we can pick up that kicker there. And hopefully he's all right.
The Steelers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock.
I'm kind of showing everything just so you guys can check out what your favorite teams are doing too.
Are now on the clock.
I know commentary is not as much.
Now on the clock.
I'm always worried I'm going to miss a draft story if I'm talking over it.
The Redskins are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Go
The
Niners.
Chiefs are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The LA Dreams are now on the clock.
Still kind of mad I traded that pick accidentally. I mean, again, it probably wouldn't have made too much of a difference. I'm kind of blindly selecting at this point anyway.
Saints are now on the clock.
Oscar Samuels, hopefully you work out for us, man. I definitely need to figure something out at kicker.
The Texans are now on the clock.
And we are getting there. Whoops, did not mean to do that. We are getting close to the end of the draft. One thing I'd like to hear from you guys is which player are you guys most excited about coming up in this next season? Who do you think from this draft is going to have a huge impact? Or who do you think that, I might be underrating a little bit? Whether they be on the regular roster already, like who do you think is going to be a breakout player this year? That's a good way of saying it. So 2 questions, really. Who is your favorite player from this draft class? Who are you most excited about seeing? And who do you think is going to be a breakout player for our team?
The Colts are now on the clock.
Get some interesting answers with that, I think.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Moving right along here.
The Packers are
Don't
now
have
on
as
the
many
clock.
draft stories
Adam Schefter
anymore.
with the inside scoop on Timmons. Adam?
An undersized defensive lineman in college, it was only a matter of time before he made the switch to linebacker. Even when he was lined up against much bigger players, he still managed to lead his team in sacks 2 straight years. He's demonstrated a nose for the quarterback, and my sources told me GMs love the fact that he's well-liked in taking on offensive linemen. The thought is that his experience will make him dangerous on the blitz, forcing offenses to make special preparations to stop him that may open up other mismatches in their favor. I'm sure his new defensive coordinator is excited to get him to team headquarters and begin taking him through the playbook.
Wow, sounds like a very good pick for the 7th round for the Cowboys there.
Are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Whoop. So with our last pick, I'm probably thinking about an offensive line player. We do have a few running backs. Actually, a receiving back might be good, and that can just sign some guards for backup offensive line. That might be better than selecting one at this point anyway. And just having a rookie running back to kind of see how they do. Again, we already have Golden, Maurice Jones-Drew, and Murray, so it's not like a huge need.
The Seahawks are now
But
on the clock.
We'll
The
see.
Jets are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock.
49ers going Mac
The
Boykin.
Rams are now on the clock.
Coming up on our last
The
pick
Cowboys
here,
are now on the clock.
Dallas Perry. That's funny. I actually have a friend named Dallas Perry. Who would have thought? That's not a very common name at all, I would
The
imagine.
Jets are now on the clock.
That's pretty funny.
The LA Dreams are now on the clock.
I would have totally drafted Dallas Perry. Oh well. Let's go see who is available. That receiving back is still there. Another Michigan State running back. Obviously, he was playing behind Dobbs. Let's see who's available. 6'4" wide receiver. I like the size. A lot of Michigan State players everywhere. Another Michigan State running back. My goodness. Yeah, there are no real running backs from the looks of, or not running backs, but good guards. It looks like all of those guards left are likely still going to be available in the free agent market. So I'm probably going to wait for that and take a chance with the position player here. I don't think I have anybody scouted at this point. I do. Let's see what this guy has to offer. A speed, B strength. Looks like that's all I really got. But yeah, let's go for him. Why not? Let's take a chance
The Saints are now on the
and see how Humphrey works. I mean, A speed for a linebacker in the 7th round is perfect.
The Texans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock.
Jabari
The
Mack.
Patriots are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the
All right, guys, the last pick of the draft. Here we go. Oh, I couldn't see it. Okay. That wasn't near as suspenseful as I was hoping. All right, guys, so that is it for the draft. Let's go ahead and open our Christmas gifts here, find out where our players ranked. As you can look up at the top, our funds are $25 million in the hole. That's not good. That worries me quite a bit. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, like I said before. The rookie signings, here we go. Let's see how we did. Before we look at the right side, we got Keyston Mack, Raynard Ray, Jimmy Mosley, Tremaine Small, JD Everett, Will Hughes, Ofisa Okafor, Oscar Samuels, and Isaac Humphrey. So very excited about this class. Honestly, I might be a little bit more excited about this class than I was last year. So let's go ahead and see how they are. 78 overall for Keyston Mack, 79 for Raynard Ray, only 74 for Jimmy Mosley, 76 for Tremaine Small, 67 for Everett, 70 for Will Hughes, 64 for Okafor, 72 for Oscar Samuels, and 63 for Isaac Humphrey. No 80s. No 80s, but that's okay. I'm pretty happy with Keyston Mack and Raynard Ray. I have huge expectations for them. Jimmy Mosley, I think, is going to be a pretty good player. Tremaine Small, definitely going to add some competition to the mix here. Let's go ahead. Can we check it out by position? I don't think we can. But let's go ahead and start checking out some of their ratings here. Obviously, awareness isn't going to be very good on a lot of them, but that's all right. Let's see, carrying, catching traffic, 89 catch for Keyston Mack, that is huge. 70 catch for Jimmy Mosley, that's pretty good for a free safety. I like to see that a lot. Going through, hit power, 92 for Jimmy Mosley, that is perfect. He can cause fumbles, I like to see that. 90 for Raynard Ray. Going across the list a little bit here, jumping, 93 for Keyston Mack. He is a tall player, so having that jump with his catch is incredible. We're going to have to wait to see what his speed is. Kick accuracy, so we're going way down here, 86, and then kick power, 91 for our kicker. No returners. Oh, this guy's alright at returning, I guess. Okafor. Man coverage, 77 for Jimmy Mosley. Personality, we have 94 for Small. We might be able to sell some jerseys with that. Power moves, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of stuff here. Press, 79, that's not a huge thing for him. 88 release, 72 route running, something to work on a little bit. There we go with speed, 93 speed for Keyston Mack, I like it. 91 speed for Raynard Ray, 89 speed for Mosley, 91 speed for Humphrey, our linebacker way down there. I'm excited about that. Definitely something I could use. But yeah, very, very happy with this right now. Very happy with this draft class. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, throw accuracy, we got 88 for Small, 81 for Everett, 84 and 79. Throw on the run, Everett's very good at that though. Throw power, Everett's a little bit better. But yeah, overall, I think this was a great draft, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please answer those questions. Let me know who you are most excited about and who you think is going to have a breakout season for us. And I will see you guys for the Season 3 intro video. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed it. It helps me out a lot. And I'll see you next time. Later.